Good morning. We're looking at Ftse, and if you look yesterday here, where are we? This bit here, you can see that when we rallied yesterday up to 59.83, the market touched both of those averages exactly. Now, the 9-day moving average is looking up there at 59.61. The 21-day is at 59.53. And the market, you know, as you can see, it just failed up there. And if you look at what I was saying the other day, where you had that big move down on Monday, but you'd had these consecutive moves lower, it was not conducive to the market trading higher and being able to stay up there. So you have that, and if, well, there's no if, but here at 57.76, I think is where the market's going to aim for. Monday, we saw this at 57.82, and I do believe that, obviously, I like double bases. I'm like that. I like to see patterns, but it's normally doubles hold, triples rarely do. So I would be thinking that the market is going to take a bit of a dive lower. And for today, there are two things you're looking at. You're looking at this 38.2 of 58.87 and the daily pivot at 58.98. So whilst we're below that key area, the pressure is obviously to the downside. Now, it doesn't take long to work out the measured targets of a projected move. It's really quite simple. You take the high, and the high was 60.17. So you take that, and then what you do is you take the low, which we know was 57.82, and all you do is subtract that number. So you just, on the calculator, 60.17 minus 57.82. So you've got a 235 point move to be expected. You know where your break point is, so let's give it a little bit more on the downside. So if we break 57.65, you subtract the 235 points, and you have a measured target then of 55.30. Now, obviously, we don't expect it to get there like today, but overall, you do have that in your brain. So we then look across our chart and we see, what do we have at 55.30 that can marry in, if you like, with what your projected target is. So you just put in a horizontal, even a horizontal, and you find this at 55.30. Well, that'll be enough, I reckon. Ish. And what do you have in that area at 55.30? Well, down, I mean, you can see that there is quite a bit of congestion on that triangle breakout. So there's nothing really standing out at that area. So you just have a look, where is the next? So you got 56.17. Then you've got just move that line down, 56.02, then you've got them highs there, 55.71, 55.30, you don't really have a lot, so that is just a measured target with, at the moment, no confirmation at all. But you do have this over here, okay, which isn't that far away. So it's viable that this market can trade lower to our measured target, but in its head be aiming for that 23.6 fib. Remember, measured targets are the minimum that the market can go lower. And as I've said before, and I have kept going on and on about it, is that you have to look at the overall chart on Ftse. You've got to look at what it's done. So after the big fall in February, and after reaching the 61.8, Ftse has basically not done a great deal, not like its usual action, the usual stuff that we see on Ftse. It hasn't actually done it. So we know we're in a descending pattern, and you can see that by the consecutive lower highs and the consecutive lower lows. So what can we do? We can put on here quite easily a trend channel, just parallel channel, and all you do with these parallel channels is you just connect that high there to that high there, and then drag it down to the first point of that you can see where it fell. So there's your channel, okay? This obviously is the midpoint line, which is today coming in at 59.38. We then take a look at our pivots. What have we got coming in at 59.38? We've got the moving averages, as I've pointed out to you before. What have we got on our pivot points? We've got the R1 at 59.44. So there is scope for it to correct. Our technical indicators are pointing lower. I don't think it's going to break above this area here, but your first target here would be 56.89 on the break of that 58.60. Okay, so you can see that even though we're going sideways within a sloping downward channel with the baseline here at 56.89. Okay, good luck, and I will catch you all later.